Hey, what's up guys? Today I have a very good battle against Mulvone19 from the Smoke and Wi-Fi Battle Finder. This is an RU battle like my last battle with him, and I didn't want to use the same team, so I kind of just put together a couple things. It's not a very balanced team, but it actually ended up working pretty well, at least better than I expected. So right here I'm just going to go off with Galvantula here, as he's going to start off with Moltres, and obviously don't want to stay in because I'm pretty sure that's scarfed. I just don't want to take the risk because I would get destroyed by a Fire Blast. So I'm going to go straight into for Alligator, take the Fire Blast, U-turn, whatever he wants to do. He ends up going for the U-turn, not doing very much damage, so that's okay. I just need to make sure I don't switch in for Alligator every time because I need to conserve it because it is Life Orb. So that could be a problem, potentially. So he goes out into Shiftery. I'm going to go out into Steelix here because I can set up Stealth Rocks until he goes for the Swords Dance, which pretty much confirms that I'm going to have to Dragon Tail him out so that he will not destroy my team. So I ended up Dragon Tailing him out. Does okay damage, but at least he's not in a place where he could sweep my team with it. So it Dragon Tails out to Rhydon, and I can't stay in on Rhydon because I can't really do anything to it. It can Earthquake me, do some massive damage. So I switch out. He ends up going for the Stealth Rock. I figured he probably would, but I go out into Amoonguss, and I figured he would switch here because I felt like the Giga Drain was too obvious, but maybe I was just over predicting there, and I ended up going for the extremely obvious play and going for the Spore. That kind of happens sometimes. So he's going to withdraw his Rhydon because he doesn't want to take a Giga Drain, and I'm going to stay in with my Amoonguss, go for the Stun Spore, which is awesome. That pretty much, it helps a lot. It makes sure that that is not going to sweep my team, and it actually makes it so Amoonguss, I thought, would be able to take it out until I realized that this Amoonguss is not the right one, and I did not bring Sludge Bomb on it. So that kind of sucks. But Clear Smog works too, I guess. So I get it down to range where at least I can stall it out until it dies. But unfortunately, because I made several bad plays starting here, that doesn't happen. So I go for the Clear Smog again, completely not expecting the Sucker Punch, because all physical Shifteries are going to carry Sucker Punch, yet I did not expect that. I don't know why. So yeah, and then I make another bad play and go into Steelix. Obviously he's going to have the Nature Power and go for the Earthquake and take me out. So I don't know, I just wanted to set up my Stealth Rocks. I wasn't really thinking. I really should have just gone into Hitmonchan, which is what I do right here, and then taken it out without having to lose any Pokemon, but no, I just have to make it so much harder than it really has to be. So I go for the Mach Punch here, take out the Shiftery. No longer a problem. It wasn't really a problem. I didn't think it was going to be a problem after Paralyzed, but it was. So I take it out, and he goes into his Kabutops. Now, thankfully, he makes bad plays too, and goes for the Aqua Jet for some reason. I wasn't really sure why. Maybe he predicted Mach Punch, but I didn't think a Waterfall was going to kill, but apparently it's banded from how much damage that did, so it would have actually killed. So I stayed in, I went for the Drain Punch, one hit KOs the Kabutops, and I get a whole bunch of HP back. So bad play on his part, bad play on my part, it happens. At least my Hitmonchan is still alive. So he goes out into his Gallade. I can't stay in with my Hitmonchan, and I do need my Hitmonchan later in the game because it is my only source of priority. So I'm going to have to switch into the Buffon basically for dead fodder and to make sure I can get his sub broken. So Buffon, I'm pretty sure, can tank anything unless it's close combat, and usually Gallades with close combat don't carry sub, so it should be okay. So he goes for the Drain Punch. It does not kill, and I am going to be able to break his sub and just make it that much less of a threat. Buffon was really the only thing that I could go without and still be okay in this battle. So I'm going to stay in again, go for the return, and Buffon is going to obviously be taken out by a Drain Punch. So right here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to decide to go into Galvantula. Didn't really, it was too obvious. The Thunder was really obvious, but I went for it anyway, and he switches into Rhydon. I figured okay, he may switch into Rhydon, but it's sleeping, it can't really do anything, and what if he overpredicts? I can just go for the Thunder on the Gallade anyway. But he ended up switching to Rhydon, but that's okay. So I'm going to switch in my Feraligatr, as he pulls a double switch into Cryogonal, which I'm also not afraid of. Misses the Toxic right there, that sucks. He probably could have, yeah, he could have stalled out my Feraligatr better later on in the game. It would have helped him later on, is what I'm trying to say. So I go for the Swords Dance to get a free setup without having to lose any HP. Go for the Crunch, and Cryogonal's dead. And I'm just kind of being worn down constantly by Life Orb and Toxic damage. So he's going to go into his Rhydon. I was kind of surprised about this right here. So Aqua Jet doesn't kill Rhydon. It's because of the solid rock and everything, but it's still times 3, 3.5, 3, I don't know, super effective. And it just did not kill, I guess. So that's kind of unfortunate. I'm going to go for it again. Thankfully, though, the Life Orb and the Toxic damage are not going to be enough to take me out, so I'm just going to live with just a little bit of HP, meaning that I can get a good amount of damage on whatever Pokemon he decides to switch in. And this is the part that really surprised me. So I go Aqua Jet on this full HP Gallade, and it one-hit KOs. I was so surprised about this. It doesn't one-hit KO the times 3 effective Rhydon, but it does the Gallade. I mean, I know it's Eviolite and Solid Rock, but still, that's pretty impressive. Okay, so he brings out his Moltres, which I believe is his last Pokemon, and I bring out my Hitmonchan, and this just sucks. So he misses the Fire Blast. Yeah, that sucks, and I'm able to go for the Thunder Punch. I get a Paralyze on this Thunder Punch. Don't think that mattered because I did have the Mach Punch, but that Fire Blast really sucked. There's like a 60% chance of him hitting 2, which means he definitely got the bad end of the deal. So he unfortunately lost that to Hex, but good game, Mulvone. Always a great game with you. Comment, like, and subscribe. See you guys later.